Hey, 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 what's up, collective? It's your girl. I'm back with another one. With another one. Remember that time is fluid, so whenever you see this message, it's when you meant to see it. It's a general reading. It may or may not resonate with you, but only take what resonates with you, something that you can use to build off to make the necessary adjustments to make your life better. You know what I mean? Because that's what it's really about, right? Just trying to find those nuances and those trigger points, right? So we can balance ourselves out and get on with our lives, right? Stop allowing everything that people do and say or even achieve, because sometimes it's just about you seeing somebody else do something that you were afraid to do. Don't be afraid to do it. Do it. What you going to do? If it don't work, it don't work. Man, listen, you know how many times people fail? How many times I failed? Stop playing. Yeah, that's part of life. That's how you learn. Spirit, what's the message here for my collective? Anyway, take what resonates. Build off of that. Take it and use it as a tool. As a, it's information. When you learn how the car drives, you know how to drive the car. Nope. Thank you, Spirit. Child, listen. The world. Yeah, we don't have to keep learning the same lessons over and over. No, we don't learn enough. We see it now. Yeah, Spirit said you see it now, right? Yeah, and then you move forward. And that's really what this is about. Those trigger points are things that remind us of what we need to work on. What we need to heal. What we need to work through. Child, please. I found out I got some new ones myself, Queen of Cups, man, listen. It's your emotions. How do you navigate those emotions? How do you continue to stay in a loving energy, right? And not allow outside influences to change the way you feel. Change who you are. Change how you want to be, how you want to feel, you know what I'm saying? Because people can make us mad and then we start lashing out and then we doing the back. That's allowing somebody else to change how we feel. Did you really come into the room wanting to fight? No, you didn't, right? But you can see somebody's antagonizing you. Somebody wants you to know that they're displeased with you, so let them be displeased. Those are their feelings. You don't need to know why. If they don't want to tell you why, you don't need to know why, right? The magician, listen, transmute it, right? As above, so below. That's something they need to figure out why they feel that way. And if it's something that you've done and they don't tell you, then what can you do? No. We're not going to be punching bags. We're not going to be targets and sacrifices and scapegoats. No. We done with that. Y'all are taking our energy for granted. You're taking our loving and forgiving nature for granted. You think you can lash out at us and take your anger and frustrations out on us, and we're just going to keep saying it's okay. With no apologies. Because that's how it usually comes, with no apologies. They'll tell you what made them mad, but they won't say, I'm sorry I took it out on you. I'm just mad about this, and that. Listen, you learn how to defend yourself. Absolutely. Everything don't belong. Listen, don't let them do it. No. Nobody's going to batter and bruise and verbally abuse and emotionally abuse, us, because they're feeling some kind of way. We had to learn how to process and work through our emotions so that we didn't lash out on you. You got to do the same thing. And no, you can't. You know what I'm saying? Come over here and treat me bad because something's not right in your life, or you feel some kind. No, we ain't doing that no more. Not this Queen of Cups. Listen, the King of Swords, man. Listen. The Four of Swords. Somebody putting something to rest. Somebody standing up and putting some shit to rest. Yeah. You could be dealing with the King of Swords. You could be a Queen of Cups dealing with the King of Swords. Yeah, you have to defend yourself. Yeah, somebody's got to put some shit to rest. They know they got to stop fucking with you or talking to you or treating you the way they treat you. They know that shit. That shit got to be put to rest. Somebody could be learning some hard lessons about that shit. Listen, look at that. 7 of Swords and the 10 of Cups in reverse. Something about communication, actions. Somebody was being deceptive in something. Somebody could have been withholding some kind of communication from you. All right. Somebody wanted to be right. They wanted to be seen as right. You know, they wanted, as right. The moon. What's going on here, Spirit? I feel like the Ace of Wands. Yeah, emotionally, you close this cycle out. Emotionally, with the moon, it's like you had to heal yourself. Like I said that in the beginning, right? Ace of Wands, and you have a new beginning here in front of you, taking action. Because you closed out this cycle. There was some things like some hidden. It was hidden. It was hidden antagonization. It was hidden animosity. You know what I mean? It was, saying things, to ridicule you, and then I was just playing kind of shit, and who's this? What's this? 7 of Swords. You close the cycle. What's my water? Give me a second, y'all. What's going on here? Listen, the Devil in reverse. Yeah, see, somebody wanted to goat you. Somebody wanted you to fight with them. Somebody, listen. You got the Fool and the King of Pentacles in reverse. Listen. Yeah. Somebody wanted you to stay attached to them in some kind of toxic environment. Somebody wanted you to take somebody, Somebody wanted you to continue to stay engaged in a toxic cycle with them. To stay bound to them with this back and forth, this cycles, the way, the dynamics, this dance y'all was doing. That's what I'm hearing. It was a dance. You took a leap of faith. Somebody could be losing their stability. This King of Pentacles in reverse. This is somebody that made a lot of bad investments. Something's coming to an end, definitely, with this person. All right? Because somebody took a leap of faith. And also with this Fool and looking at this Devil, this is somebody that... The Devil in the reverse. Somebody didn't release... What's under here? Look at this. And the Star. Somebody was unable to release their toxic behavior. Or they're trying to now. Because now that they're in this energy of losing and unable to move and things not... Their stability is being messed with in some way. With the 4 of Swords, this is somebody having to sit still, not being able to do nothing but look at themselves and look at their own life. You could be teaching somebody how to fucking get their own shit together. I don't know. Something about taking a leap of faith. Somebody could feel like a fool. I don't know. Maybe they feel like they maybe they did. Maybe they feel like the direction that they took was a foolish, the toxic way. Somebody could be very used to being in a toxic connections. I'll say it like that. Somebody came at you with that same toxic energy, but you're not that person. Yeah, so you had to move away from this person. Yeah, because this person was trying to, I don't know why I heard, to turn you. This could have been an energy vampire. But this is somebody that's really losing a lot of their personal wealth. Right? Because the King of Pentacles in the upright is somebody that has generational wealth. So somebody could be losing, their finances, their stability, whatever they gained, whatever they built. Somebody even could be losing an inheritance. What's going on here, Spirit? Okay, what we got here? The Star. You healed. You healed. Yeah. I don't know. I heard you did it in secret. I feel like somebody didn't know what was going on with you, because you blocked this person. You blocked this person. Whatever their attempts were to try to get into your energy, you blocked it. King of Swords, Four of Swords. That's the Five of Swords. Yeah. Somebody gotta lay some shit to rest, and they know it. Look. Burdens, Ten of Cups in reverse. Yep, somebody's got a lot of burdens now. This is a family that's gone awry. This is a family that's upside down. Right? There's no cohesiveness. There's no loyalty. The only thing they're loyalty to is the fact that they're all together. That they can always manipulate or get what they need from each other, right? They can always count on each other to be there to back them up and go along with their bullshit if they for the right price. I heard. Spirit, what's going on here? Yeah, now this is somebody that's losing all that. Because something being put to rest. What's the Star? Six of Cups. Oh, sorry, Five of Cups. Somebody's in regret. Or maybe this could be you, collective. You could have healed, the past, your regrets, your hurt, your disappointments. The Hermit in reverse and the Death card in the reverse, Knight of Wands. Somebody is not using their intuition. Somebody acted real hastily. Yep, somebody didn't want to let go of this toxic ass energy. Somebody that's maybe, I don't know why you can't teach an old dog new tricks. Is what I heard. This is somebody that was very toxic. This is somebody that could have a toxic lineage. Is what I heard. It's in the family. For these behaviors, the energy, all of that, and you're more of a quiet, reserved, kind of energy, a very nurturing energy. And this is somebody that's very brass. They're egotistical. They're loud. They like to yell. When they feel like you're resisting something that they told you to do, they ain't actually do shit. They tell you. If you're resisting something they told you to do, they can be very loud and brass and very aggressive. Yeah, this is somebody like to put fear in people. That's the energy I'm picking up. Somebody that will run around like a fucking tyrant. Justice, yes. Things are being balanced out. Justice. See, what goes around comes around is what I heard. That's what I heard. Six of Wands in reverse. What goes around comes around. Somebody did see that they did not get a victory in what they did and how they did it. What they did and how they did it. The Three of Cups in reverse. That's too many, Spirit. Three of Cups in reverse. No more celebrations, right? I don't know why I heard they ain't celebrating now. They ain't laughing now. Cheers and drinks. I see people drinks and cups. Four of Pentacles. somebody could be barely holding on to their finances. They barely making things through. So yeah, somebody could be holding on to like every penny now. Look, they juggling. I can't make it up. Yep, somebody could have had, a lot of stability. Yep, and they like to party. Yeah, they did. They like to drink. They like to celebrate. They like to, I heard peacock, or you know how people show off that, what they have, They just like to be the big man on campus is what I'm hearing. That's what they like to do. What else we got? But they juggling right now. Look, the Two of Swords. Let's see what's going on here. Let's get into it. Let's get into the psyche of this situation here. Justice is being served, yeah. And justice is now somebody don't have what they used to have. All that shit they was talking, those jabs and wands, they was throwing them javelins. I heard they were throwing javelins at somebody, trying to hurt somebody's feelings, man. Seriously. This Queen of Cups. Yeah. They could have had you questioning your worth. Yeah. And now the tables have turned. That's what I'm hearing. Yeah, you had to heal, and now you have this new beginning that's coming towards you, and it does not include this toxicity or this King of Pentacles in reverse. Nope, you had to heal, and by yourself. You had to reflect on your losses. Some of you guys could have been grieving for a long time, right? Continue to trying to figure out and looking at these relationships. People that you no longer celebrate with you anymore, right? Five of Pentacles, yeah. Somebody, what we got? We got the 4 and the 2. That's 6 of Pentacles. Somebody's receiving back what they gave. That's what this is. Yes, sir. Somebody's getting back what they gave. Now they're starting to feel the energy. Look, bonds forged in fire. Karmic relationships. Strong connections built through shared struggles, strong, resilient relationships. You healed. You had to heal. A lot of codependency, and you had to heal from what they call those bonds. Not karmic bonds, but something when y'all shared the same, traumas. Trauma bonding. Thank you, Spirit. That's what this is. Yeah, you guys healed through trauma, so you were more accepting of each other's bullshit because you know that you guys had similar upbringings or some shit like that, or somebody have hurt y'all in the past before. But there ain't no fucking excuse. This is somebody that, they weren't there to. Well, maybe it was a karmic relationship, because that's what it does. It teaches you lessons. You had to learn lessons about your giving, right? Knowing when to close the door. Right? Stop giving. Home run. That's it. Yeah. And somebody else is going to learn about how to treat people. Yep. You were full of love and you ran into somebody that was blocked off to love. This was a transactional kind of energy. And you were a more nurturing, kind of energy. Yeah. There were some lessons learned here. Look, mixed signals. Ooh. Go left, go right. Disconnect between what is said and what is done. Confusing, inconsistent, contradictory things. This is how this person was. Yes. This is what the energy was. This was to it's I feel like when I see this kind of energy, it's no different than you kicking a dog. You feeling me? Just because it's a dog, right? Just because you the dog fucking needs you. The dog loves you. The dog is loyal to you. You know what I'm saying? Even if you kick it, he's still gonna come fucking back. And that's what the fucking energy I'm seeing. But I bet you deep down inside that dog, you're like, one of these days, motherfucker. One of these days, I'm just going to say, fuck it. You feeling me? Yeah. But I don't feel like you did that. I feel like instead, like a lot of animals, they run away. They leave, right? They don't come back. They listen, the pick of the litter. Listen. Somebody was mistreating you, man. Having choices, position of power, has the upper hand, selective, best of the best, greatest of all. And you was the greatest, you was the best one. Wow. Somebody could have judged you because of your looks, your skin color. Take it how it resonates. Because you're a man, because you're a woman, take it how it resonates. You hear me? Listen, no show. Wow. Empty promises, unreliable, non-committal, vanishing acts, disappointments, and burnt bridges. Like, I feel like, because what I first heard was people are not showing up for this person like they, of course, because he was feeding them. He was feeding them with his abundance, right? They probably needed him. They was using him like he was using them, right? Any of his connections while he was up, while he was dogging you out. You heard me? They jumped along. They got along because this person offered gifts. Come on, spirit. Yeah, people became codependent on this person. Yeah, and their resources. But they ain't got it no more. Look, and ain't nobody showing up for this person either. Look at this shit. A no-show. Ain't that some shit? What goes around comes around. That's what they wanted for you. Look, toxic positivity. Full of shit. Overbearing, false optimism that dismisses real feelings, sugarcoating a wound and masking of a sunshine. And what's this? Faking sick. Somebody could be saying they sick. They need some help. Yeah, because their finances is low. Their stability. Listen, taboo attraction. Sea lion. Look at this bullshit. Plot twist. This is somebody that's also acting like it don't bother them that people ain't showing the fuck up. The same people that they spend all their money, they talk all that good shit that was kiki, yeah man, you my man, you my bro, you there. Ain't none of the motherfuckers around. Some of them are faking sick so they can't come around. Shit, wait, what's going on here? Subtle manipulation. Let me get this card. Situation with someone is quietly pulling the strings, not aware of being controlled. Yeah. The distant star. Far off goal, a dream that feels more reachable with time. Out of reach, but continue to inspire you. Subtle manipulation. Situations where someone is quietly pulling the strings, not aware of being controlled. Well, these are those bonds. Those are those bonds, those trauma bonds that they made with people, right? If this person, could have, got around people that knew you, you know what I'm saying? Because you would not stay attached to this person's toxicity, to this devil energy. You decided to release yourself from that because honestly, I feel like somebody was trying to turn you. They wanted you to be misery loves company. Thank you, Spirit. Look. This is somebody you could have had instant chemistry with, or so you thought. A very quick attraction, yeah, you know what body parts was thumping. Yeah, you could have felt like this was somebody yeah. You had to realize it was you or this toxicity. That somebody wanted you changed. Like, they wanted to be able to abuse you, man. That's some bullshit. That's some bullshit. We ain't doing that. Ego class. Look at that shit. Yeah, somebody wanted to control you. Yeah. They wanted to control you. They even wanted to control where you put your attention to and who you were giving to as well. Yeah. And it's like you stand in your own light. This is somebody that's used to always having the spotlight, always being on top, always, people always needing something they got in order to make it. You hear me? But you stand by yourself, and you proved that shit when you walked away. Yes, you did. When you blocked this person out your life. And now this person got to leave you the fuck alone because they losing. Promotion and you leveling up. Somebody, look, it's in the reverse. Somebody losing. Slow motion fights. Ooh, child, they feel like this shit, when's this shit gonna be over? Somebody gonna feel like they had a dream. Look, because unfair expectations. Right. They didn't expect you to stand. Look, goals, abandoned goals. Wow. And then we got hot potato. They don't want to talk about that shit, though. Yeah, something that those goals are in the fucking trash. They had an unfair expectation. Yeah, they did. Demanding too much from you, making you live their dreams, carrying heavy burdens and pressure. That's what they wanted. Yeah, man. Yeah, this was a bad situation that lasted a long time. That's sad when, it's just, well, that I gotta really stop going black and white, right? Because it's gray, and sometimes people just act. It's almost like things are a fucking game. You know what I mean? It's never really any emotions in it or no genuine intention. It's always a fucking game of, when I make this move, then they gonna make that move. You know what I'm saying? Or doing it just so you can get people, that kind of bullshit. Sensitive issue or topic that people avoid because it's controversial, does not deal with things correctly. Games, just like I said. Let me see. Anything else, Spirit? Yeah. You're elevating yourself. You completed a cycle. You learned that you don't have to accept this person's shit or anybody's shit for that matter. You hear me? Just to, get along. No. This is somebody that wanted you to I don't know why I'm hearing like toughen up or something, you know what I mean? But they just wanted you to be in toxicity. They wanted you to be aggressive. They wanted you to be argumentative. They wanted you to be sleazy. They wanted you to, not to be so fucking pure because I ain't shit. Because they wasn't shit. They know they wasn't shit. This is somebody that probably felt like they didn't even fucking deserve you. This is probably somebody that didn't even understand why you even love them. Why did you even deal with them? Threat. Look at this shit. A veiled, subtle warning disguised as something else. Language that suggests harm without saying it. You don't know. I'm just picking up somebody that you're so loving to somebody that really, like, people would say, if you only knew this motherfucker, you hear me? That kind of energy. Where y'all going? What we got here? Love blossoms. What we got? A lazy lover. Perplexed. Somebody don't understand. They don't understand what, Spirit? Social media shade. Yeah, this is somebody that could be bullying you. Private DMs. This person is in your private DMs, or oh wow, this person could have been in other people's DMs. It says keeping from the public secrets, down low behavior, shameful, unwilling to make it public. Unfair expectations, demanded too much of you. Shit, this could have even been somebody try to keep you a secret. This could have been somebody that was seeing you, and when they wasn't around, they was dogging you out. Yeah. 111, love blossoms, romance deepens and flourishes, beautifully unfolding nurturing right conditions to thrive. Yeah, you was very nurturing for this person. Very nurturing. This person didn't understand why you fucked with them, I'm telling you. This person did not understand why you fucked with them. because this is what they was really about. They knew that. They knew that you triggered this person. You triggered this person. You made this person start seeing themselves, a reflection of who they really fucking was, because you was like showing up and it wasn't normal. You weren't, fighting with them, and you just, nah. You wouldn't open 24/7, listen. Yeah, well, that's that. You was not having that shit. Somebody's learned a hard lesson. Yeah. Then I heard somebody, because I ain't shit. That's what somebody's like, I ain't shit. But they try to hurt you. They try to break it. Like, it's as if they seen something very valuable, very genuine, and they wanted to break it. But they couldn't break you. Anyway, that's the message, y'all. You close the cycle out, yeah. And this person is starting to, feel the repercussions of the energy that they gave out. They're getting it back. And then also, yeah. How they wanted you to feel like you weren't good enough in some way, shape, or form. The people around them are making them feel like they ain't good enough. Ain't that something? They ain't got nothing else to fucking offer now. Deuces, y'all stay up.